Welcome. You are listening to Rolemaster Classic Actual play set in Terry K Amthor's excellent Shadow World using fantasy grounds. You can find session summaries, items, and characters on Obsidian Portal, where our campaign is called The Praise of Old Men. This episode is cross-referenced as Chapter 3, Demons of the Burning Night, Part 8. We're also on YouTube, Podbean, and Twitch, where you can find the various links, as well as an index of some of the main points of each of these episodes in the description. Last episode, the party defeated the relentless mummy-type creature, took a well-earned rest, and carried on exploring the Temple of the Forgotten Night. We left them as a trap had been sprung and a flood of sand-filled, bandage-clad dead pressed the party backwards.
Let's start with the initiative roll, please, folks.
Oh, that's a lot of mummies.
Is there a way you can drag the initiative onto the hotbar type thing, like you mentioned in your very first session?
No.
Maybe an FGU.
Everything is possible in FGU.
Yeah.
So, not surprisingly.
Bit sad when you lose initiative to undead.
Yeah, I'm not sure why these guys have a +10 to their initiative, but heck. Silk. So you can see the mummies. These ones are slightly different mummies that accosted you last time. The bandages are a little bit frayed. You can see that they're green. Some of them look almost slightly damp. And the dampness doesn't look like a pale, wet dampness. It looks like a slightly sickly yellow damp colour that is staining the bandages. They are moving slightly slower. I have adjusted their initiatives a little bit. They look, if anything, less healthy, if that's possible, than the other creatures that you fought. But it's your turn.
Okay. I don't think she can do much, but she's going to try and sidle beside and just to the front of Sharna and pull Cran back, of all things, to kind of get up the stairs and keep the others away, or at least give some hard cover. And then she's going to move back behind Sharna and be done.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Numa, do you want to hold your action until one comes closer? Because you've only moved a short distance, so you can hold until one comes in to attack and then get an attack if you wish. Or you can step up and hit number 5 immediately. Or number 4.
I was looking at number 4, actually. I'd like to attack number 4.
Okay, so you can step down the steps and hit number 4 if you wish. And that's a nice hit. That's 12 points of damage. Your Kynax snakes through the creature's flailing arm, slashes it across the chest, does some damage, but not as much as you were hoping. These creatures, as you've already realised, are quite resistant to the damage and that you're inflicting on them. Even though you're wielding magic weapons, they are horribly resilient, tough, and as you discovered in the last encounter, they can regenerate.
Take that, mother.
Mummy 4 will attack you, I hope. Numel, the creature flails out at you and smashes you across the leg. You take a B, 10 points damage, and it does a B crush critical. That B crush critical, however, that flail just punches you across the hip. Doesn't do too much damage on you, but enough to knock you back somewhat. So you take a few more points of damage. You've got to parry next round, and you're at -10 to that parry. So that's automatically added to the combat tracker, but you won't be able to attack, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Mummy number 2 steps up. And I think it will go for you, Cran. So he smashes out. Okay, Cran, the creature punches you on the kneecap. You take 4 points of damage only. But that punch across the knee is enough to unbalance you slightly. An A unbalancing critical. See if it can knock you off the step you're on and knocks you back a couple of steps. You've to parry next round at -20, and you take another point of damage as it all threatens to smash your kneecap.
You fucker. So next round means this round, yeah?
Yes.
Assuming.
So on your next attack, and then you'll be clear next time. Okay, so Shana will step forward and have a go, I think, at number 2. This isn't going to end up well, so I think she will make one of those. Oh dear. And she strikes number 2 for 6 points of damage and does an A critical. There we go. 35. Another 4 hit points of damage. Creature is immune to stuns. Strangely Odd will come round to here and try and attack you from the side, Numel. And that also hits, I'm afraid. Numel, another 10 points. And another crush critical, I'm afraid. This time a D. You're being surrounded.
Numel, get back.
Picked on. Okay, again, smashed across the leg. Minor damage.
Is it the same leg?
Yep, on the left-hand side. By chance, not deliberately. Obviously, these creatures now beginning to gang up on you, wear you down. If you know that if you fall to the ground, they'll probably swarm you and pound you into dust. Cherry, it's your turn.
I love the names.
Okay.
Get the huge Galoomph.
I was going to go for Strangely Odd. That seems more my sort of idiom. Okay, so I attract them. Let's see. I'm going to drop my bow and pull out my katana and go, well, I've got a little bit of skill in it now, so I'm not at minuses. And I'm actually going to jump down if I can.
You give me a moving maneuver roll, please? That's going to be a hard moving maneuver roll, please. Just don't fumble this.
Okay.
So you step to the edge of the stairs, jump down the steps. There are shadows below you. You can't quite see what's on the ground, and you're
That's true.
Jumping into a combat.
Yep. That's a healthy moving maneuver.
You land comfortably, flexing your knees as you do so. If you've got any, and I think you have got some movement left, and you've got a chance, you can strike at number 3, Strangely Odd.
Indeed I am, sir. Oh, 66.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's
Wrong
not.
Save a few criticals.
And that was number 3, wasn't it? So that's 11 points.
Yay.
But no critical on.
A what?
Nope.
What?
Once I reduce the A by 2 categories, it has no effect.
Oh my god, I thought these were lesser than the others. Oh no.
Minus 50.
We're in trouble. I
Huge
sacrificed myself.
We'll come around the side and try and attack you, Cran.
Any cover for the stairwell?
Good point. I'll give you nothing. Yeah, I'll give you probably plus 10, I think.
That was awesome.
I just wanted to check.
Oh god, please be low.
It's not.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
something close.
Okay, so that's 10 points, even with that. Cran, I'm afraid. And an E unbalanced. So the creature manages to smash you again across that lower leg, desperate to knock you off your feet. It cracks one of your knees. You're stunned, and at minus 10 next round, another 9 hits. So you two are being battered down. No major injuries yet, but there's just so many of them, I'm afraid.
They've got a Cran.
Ugnan.
Ugnan moves forward and starts preparing a spell.
You don't want to make me mad.
And that's it.
Cran, it's your turn. So you are
Must parry this round, so.
stunned as well, parry, etc. So do you want to step back or do you want to hold your ground?
Hold my ground.
Okay.
I'm not sure why we're fighting them on a massive front like this. 2 against 2 would have been with the others.
Yeah.
Attack would have been a hell of a lot better. I'll shout.
Freaking murder
try and
hobos.
Pull
Everyone
back!
try and retreat back into the corridor. These things are fucking hard. And Sharna, pull Cherry up or pull Numal out of there. He's going to get battered. All right, I will. I can't do anything else, so that's the end of my turn. I'll just shout.
Okay.
Everyone try and move back up the stairs.
Okay. So the creature hits you with a 9D unbalancing critical, and that's negligible damage, just 3 more hit points, Cran. Creature number 6 can't really get into the action at all. Okay. Initiative rolls, please, everybody.
Pull back! Pull back!
Silk.
So 2nd level spells are now caster class 1.
Yes, right.
Yep.
So she is going to move up to here so she can get a better view, and she's going to lay down an air wall right across between Sharna and Cran. Shit. Yeah, that's where we should hold the line.
You potentially cut off Numel because you're cutting off movement.
Yeah, it'll cut off everything 50% or minus 50. So she'll start it basically between the stairs there and then going across.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Just to it'll slow everything down, but the mummies you're hoping will move slower than the others. Yep. Okay. So you lay down an air wall or attempting to.
Yeah. So here it is. Die 100. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, that's fine.
And she'll concentrate on that.
Bandaged knob, but that is a fine name.
Glad you like it. Bandage Knob decides to have a go at you.
Hang on, I can adjust my.
Yeah. You can.
I'm definitely defending with more than I did last time, and I'm hoping. Sorry, yeah, hoping that weird whatever it was attacks Sharna this time. So I'm putting all my parry to bandage.
Are you all set up? Yep.
Yep, ready to go.
That's a miss. The creature is blocked by your stout shield as it tries to bring you to the floor. Numal, it's your turn. You're quite badly injured. You are at the moment, you're not stunned, but you're at a penalty to fight because of your injured leg. You can begin to move backwards if you wish, but I'm going to ask you to make a moving maneuver, please.
Okay, so yes, I would like to retreat.
So that allows you to move 40%. So I'll allow you to move 4 squares through that air wall. So if you want to move past Sharna, past yep, fine. Okay, Sharna, I think hold her ground. Go at number 2 because she knows that Cran, for example, is injured, and she knows she's got to hold everything back. So she will stay there and go for number 2.
So she will also. That's the only problem with air wall is she'll be at a negative as well. Go.
She's fighting through the air wall, isn't she? So she's at minus 50, I think, isn't she?
Yeah.
Through an air wall.
She's still pretty powerful, like Cran, so maybe it won't matter. It's more of a defensive thing.
So are these things.
So that's, there you go. That's her attack. So she manages to strike the creature, but not do too much damage to it. Right. The next mummy attacks you, Cherry. I'm afraid to say now that Numel has escaped.
Oh, hang on. I hadn't set my.
Do you want to set your parry, and I'll do that again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh.
The mummy managed to catch you a grazing blow only, Cherry. So 7 points of damage, but nothing else.
I've won so far.
You have.
You're up.
That's it. My stats are on the win.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Let me refute your statement there. How's that?
You're hoping it's a good one, aren't you?
Way to go.
It is. So that's 24 points. And that's an E/B. Yep. So
nice. Open-ended or just D100?
It's D100. Oof.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, you've cut the creature in half.
Cherry the Slayer.
So, Cherry, you lash out with Tanner. It catches the creature just underneath what would have been its rib cage, severing it in half. Unfortunately, so that will put it out of the fight. Unfortunately, as your katana sprays through it, there's a green-yellow puff of liquid. Can you give me, please,
disease
give me a disease resistance roll, please. So there we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. And okay, thank you. Ugnan, it's your turn. Let me remove Strangely Odd, who's now in 2 pieces.
I was going to ask if I could step back as well, since everybody's fleeing.
Yeah, please
Thank
do.
you. And I take out a rag and start wiping this gunk off me.
Okay.
Just in case there's remnants of it.
Okay, Jerry, so that's your turn. You finished, yes? Ugnan, it's your turn. I think
Yep.
you were preparing a spell. Are you still preparing?
I'm going to cast it this round because it is a 0 prep anyway, so this is 1 extra round of prep. Okay, so this is Calm Spirits. This is Calm Spirits on Huge Galumph, just to see if it works on one of these undead. So it's a low-level spell, but it's been prepped and over-prepped, and flamboyant gestures and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, good roll.
You cast your spell. It doesn't seem to have any effect.
Good, I'm glad I only wasted 2 power points. Okay, he's going to take the remaining bit of his movement and take a step back to make room for the people who want to come back.
Okay. Another mummy steps up and obviously decides to try and take a swing at Sharla and misses. Number 2 will try and take a swing at you, Cran. I don't think you had your... Oh, you've been attacked, haven't you? Because you parried.
Yeah, I parried against bandage knobs, so I was hoping that the stairs will provide some protection. But he's targeting
the
my
air
right knee,
wall.
my left knee.
He's got to get through the air wall as well, and that's a miss. And number 6 cannot do anything. He's blocked. And number 1 is not attacking through the air wall, but you will get some advantage because height and the steps.
Oh no,
that's bad.
Not a second time. Come on, GM.
You weren't expecting sympathy. We've already likened Cran to a T-52 Russian tank.
Well, I guess so.
10 points, and that's an E unbalancing critical.
Damn it. Low.
Yeah, that was actually. You've got a cracked rib, Cran. Again, I'm sure you've been there before. Frankly, you've had dates that have inflicted more damage on you than these creatures. Let's be honest. Cran.
Yeah, focus.
Stun for a round, but you can parry.
Okay.
So as a stun, you can move back. So I think you've got 50% movement if you wish, or you can hold your ground.
Jana, pull back a bit. After you. No, after me.
To me, to you.
And he's just grabbing his ribs and breathing raggedly.
Okay. Initiative rolls, please, everybody.
Oh.
I haven't had an attack yet. I keep getting stunned. This is really
I know. You're stun
I
locked.
can't protect myself enough.
Yeah. See, that's where stunned maneuver used to be quite nice. You had to throw off and shake off the effects of stun, which was quite useful, rather than becoming addicted to drugs.
I'm gonna frenzy in a minute.
Yeah, we haven't used that for a while.
If I hear Cran say that, I'm moving back.
Okay, so Silk.
Okay, so I quickly shout, do I cast it again on the top of the stairs? But it'll hinder us too, and I'll hold my action to cast if they say yes.
Can't you just cast it 3 feet down the stairs so they're standing in it, we're not?
Done. And I cast it, although Sharna gets caught in it right now, but I'll do it.
All right, I'm gonna have Sharna as you run up that end. I have to to it by staying on her feet. So
Yeah.
I would imagine the best thing to do would be some sort of agility roll.
Well, you could delay casting until Shana's pulled back.
You could do.
Yeah, because
I just
Shana
don't
goes
know
before.
when. Well, I know we know that, but Silk wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'll do
Okay.
it, but
Well, Shana's quick, so
yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'll wait until Sharna's.
You're
Just
going to
say,
wait.
I'll
Okay,
give
that's
Zach
good
the
because she
fallback.
just failed an agility. Be knocked
Yeah,
out.
fair enough. If you did.
Okay,
Sorry.
so no. So you're holding. Fine.
Yeah.
You said that before I rolled. Okay, Numal, it's your turn. You're obviously quite badly injured. That's to say, you've been battered and bruised. You've still got a sore calf, but you're not bleeding. You're not diseased.
So can I switch to my short bow? Would that take this round to do that?
Yes, to sheathe the sword, and then draw your bow and probably string it. I've never liked the idea of people wandering around with their bows strung all the time. Probably. You can certainly attack next round. So I'll let you put your sword away, get your bow out, knock an arrow, and you can shoot next round.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to take a couple of steps back as well?
Yes, since I'll be using the bow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I can do that movement as well as change the weapons. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. It's only a short bow. It's not a long bow. All right. Shana will. She's the other side of the air wall. She will step back. At which point, Silk, do you want to make your casting roll, please?
You got
Tell
it.
me
Yeah.
where you want to put that other spell. And
Yeah,
I'll probably have.
It'll go right here if I can move. Oh, maybe I can't move it. Okay. Basically there.
How long are you moving the air wall? Casting another.
No, I have to cast another one. Once it's there, it's concentration or it goes.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you can't maintain two.
Correct. Yeah, it's constant.
Well, that's a shame.
I mean, 50% is concentration, but I don't think you can maintain two.
Okay.
So
fine.
here's the base attack. 1 to 2 fails. Okay, cool.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Is it 10 foot wide? Because that means
it's 10 by. Yeah, it's 10 by 10 by 3. So 3 foot just to catch anybody in that square.
Okay, so the mummy is not going to be knocked out of the way. Okay. Right. So this creature will try and get through. So I'll have him make a moving maneuver roll.
Holy.
I'm afraid he forces his way through.
He's still stuck in it. Does that? So we were hoping all of that churning air would give him a.
Yes, it did. So so I've taken off so he struggled to get through, but he has managed to get through, Cran. So number 5 is going to attack you unhindered by the wind because he stepped through it. So if you want to set up your parry against number 5, please do so.
Yeah, I'm parrying it. So no, so maybe I don't know where the wall is exactly. It looks like he's still standing right in the middle of it, unless it's like razor thin.
Well, his arms are kind of through it, so he stepped through it because that wall is 3 foot thick.
So we can't. So the plan was to try and hold them on the stairs in the wall, but we're just not able to do that, I guess.
He's in the wall, but it's not going to affect his attacks at you because he's not attacking through the wall. He's in the wall.
Okay.
So if you want to set your parry.
Yeah, it's number 5, isn't it? Yeah. So
that's right.
I assumed he was first.
Right. So he has a go at you. That's a miss.
Might get a
number 1 is unable to get through. Ugnan, it's your turn.
Right, everybody take another step back. I'm going to put a big wooden wall along the side, bring 2 of them into the corridor. We'll try and chop it off so they leave the 4 behind the wall, and we'll take them 2 at a time.
Fucking good idea, Ugnan.
And they start using the rest of his 50% to start prepping.
Okay. Yep. Strangely odd.
So I'll take the 5 foot movement as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, sorry. Where do I move maneuver? Oh, he gets to here and then is unable to force his way through. Cherry, it's your turn.
I'll take up a strategic position for when we're bringing them through 2 by 2.
I'll take up a strategic position back in the cell, Kai.
That's it. Back in the tavern with that boy fawning all over.
So you want to get your The tale's your tale. Are you,
Yes, indeed.
are you getting your bow out, or are you still with your sword?
I'll put my sword away and grab my bow off the ground.
Okay, so like Numal, then you can have an arrow knock. You'll be able to attack next round.
That's great.
Okay, because you're not moving too much, right? He will the next one to try and get through. He will almost get through. He's trying to attack Shana, but he's going to take a penalty to hit Shana, and that's a miss. Huge Ego cannot get through. So
Huge ego, nice.
And Covered Heaven cannot get through either. Cran, it's your turn. Creatures are struggling to get through that air wall.
Thank goodness for that. Right, I will.
Can I just ask, isn't Strangely Odd chopped in half?
Oh, you are quite correct. Yes, Strangely Odd. That's why I struggled to get through.
That could be the reason. It's flapping in the breeze.
It's almost strangely odd that he managed to step through. Let me move bits of number 3 back. I'll just move number 3 back there. But remember, all of these creatures are regenerated.
You shouldn't be regenerating from a holy strike. That was a katana
Oh, that's
I
right.
used.
Yes, yeah.
Holy versus
So
demon
the wound.
destruction.
When you decapitated him, authorize the injury. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I'm just massive overhand swing with the Tarlax axe. I was targeting it, doesn't?
Yeah, no, it worked. So which one was that? That was number 5.
Against 5, yeah.
That's 34 points of damage, and that's an C/critical, please, Cran.
That's not open-ended. It's just a standard D100.
No, not too bad.
Disappointing, Cran. Disappointing.
Okay, you must do better. You slash the creature across. Down, taking off one of its arms. Creature can't be stunned, unfortunately, but you do some more damage. But you can see one of its arms drops to its side for a few seconds.
Step back, lad. Step back.
So I'm going to ready. So I'm not sure how this would work, but can I ready an action to step back once Silk moves?
Well, this is you're at the end of the.
Just in front of me.
You take an attack. You have still got some of your movement, so you've still got some movement, probably about 30% or so. Double-handed attack. I bet you got about 30% of your movement left. If you want to move.
It's not double-handed either. It's single. I'm using the axe in one hand. I'll step behind Silk.
Because you did, yeah.
So Shana hasn't moved this round.
Oh, thank you. Yes, so she would all have back.
Yeah.
As per instructions.
Go
She's fast. Silk isn't worried.
Silk, let's hope that your rolls remain good.
Double 1, I think. Yeah.
Initiative rolls, please.
Oh, wow. That is low. No, she's fine.
48 is low.
Yeah, that's right.
You poor lamb.
No. She's good. So Cran calls out, Testudo!
Okay, so looks like mummy number 2 is going to go first.
Yeah, nice.
Hang on. I'm joking.
No, he was playing.
I'm joking. All right. Sorry.
I like it.
The laughs we have on a Friday night.
Yes. So yeah, Silk will move there, and
55 years old, and this is what I do for fun on a Friday night.
Hey man, what is
manipulating initiative roll?
We stopped playing because we never stopped playing because we grow old. We stopped playing because whatever I've got
dice anymore with my eyesight.
Yeah.
Silk. Okay, so you've stepped back.
I moved back. Yeah.
Are you readying a spell?
No, I'm actually getting into a defensive crouch of hiya, just like shark.
Yeah. Not suspiciously behind Cran. Okay.
Yeah.
Numal, it's your turn. Remember,
she'll attack.
You've readied your bow, so you've got a good line of sight on 5. You won't take number 2, but remember you're firing through a wind wall, so that will be at -50.
Okay, so I'm going to aim at bandage knob and let one fly.
You're going to shoot, are you? Okay, that's good.
Good naming convention.
And that's at -50.
How did that go? Not great.
And
Did it get
so
through the wall?
Your arrow hits the wind wall and then is thrown away to the side, off towards the left-hand side, I'm afraid. So no, it didn't manage to get through. Now you've still got quite a bit of movement left, so you can, I think, reload, or you can move. So you can reload, I think.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I will reload. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Huge Ego can't get through yet. Oh, yes, he can. Sorry. Back and force his way through. No. So he will get to about there and he gets stuck. Then Cran, it's your turn. Wow, that's a good initiative roll.
Yeah, rolled an 18. I'm going to step forwards and absolutely batter him with my axe. I'm going to reduce the parry a little bit and give him both barrels. Have that!
Okay. Again, huge, fearsome blow on number 5. And another C/critical, please.
Make it a better one. Slightly better, not a lot better.
Slightly better. Okay. So this time you managed to catch him across the upper part of the thigh and his leg. He just takes 2 hits because, of course, they can't bleed, I'm afraid.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Get back, lad.
Cran, do you want to step back? So you've still got some movement if you wish.
That was the plan. So I'll just parallel with the end of the end of the area there.
Okay, Strangely Odd will try and move through. No, he can't. Bits.
Thank you.
Huge Galumph will try and squeeze his way through. He'll have a penalty to make it move. And he's unable to, number 1, he's unable to get through. And then number 2, all right, he is able to step through. And Shana is the first thing he can see. He's been focused on Shana before, so he will have another go at her. And that misses. Number 6, he can now try and squeeze his way through and manages to get to there. Cherry, it's your turn.
I'd like to hold my action and let Ugnan do his thing, and then say, when you're finished, we'll swap places.
Okay. Remember, I think you've got a bow ready.
Yeah.
I'm about getting a wood wall up. Do you want to get your shot off before he puts up his wood wall?
Yeah,
before
why
he shows
not?
you his wood.
Before I see wood.
I've got sheep for wood.
I've got
wood for sheep. Damn it! I fucking screwed that up too. I've been streaming for 8 or 9 hours.
Okay, I'll go for.
I need wood for my erection.
Okay, now you screwed that up. No.
Since he's up close, I'll shoot him directly in the face. Yeah, short bow. Ooh, I get +10 for short range.
Yeah, no penalties because you're not shooting through that the air wall. Okay, and that's on number 2. So that's 10 points. No critical, I'm afraid. Don't quite do enough damage. So the arrow probably plinks him in the upper chest, but doesn't even stop him.
Yeah.
Cherry, you've got some movement if you wish, or you can reload. Ugnan.
Well, I'm going to, instead of reloading, I'm going to swap back to my katana and swap with Ugnan after he's cast his spell. Is that cool?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because you're only moving about 5 feet or so.
Yeah.
Ugnan, it is your turn.
Yep, there's not enough people ahead of the firewall yet. With the wood wall, so he's going to delay and see if Bandage Knob manages to get it through or not.
Well, step back, old mate.
And if Bandage Knob does get through, then he'll fire the spell then. Otherwise, basically what he's doing, he's just waiting for 2 to get past this area here.
Okay, yep. Shana, in which case, will probably attack and then step back. Cherry, did you want to hold your position?
I'll hold my position, but I'll set parry on to number 2.
Okay. Cherry sort of sweeps round and tries to knock the creature to the side. Another couple of points of damage, but that's it. She will then step back just slightly to the side, but not too much. Right, bandage knob. He can get through, but doesn't advance very far. He'll probably get to there, but he won't have enough movement left or enough action left to attack you, Cran. So he's got through, but can't do anything else. Okay, so I think that's initiative rolls, please, everybody.
Well, now there's 2 3s. You want to cast this wood wall at the end of the round.
Okay, yep, so that's fine. So if you want to roll your initiative, just put an arrow down as to where you want. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that.
So let's put it across there. So it's 10 foot wide, wedged in against the walls, 20 foot high, 2 inches thick.
Right.
It'll take 20 man rounds to chop through or smash through.
20 rounds, okay.
Or man rounds, so if there's 2 at it, it's going to be 10 rounds. Okay, so that's up for 8 minutes or until they get through.
Yep.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And Silk, it's your turn.
Silk, seeing the wood wall, starts casting herself, and you see flames lick from her fingertips. Done.
Okay. So is this an instant spell, or are you
No,
ready?
just a prep. Sorry, prepping.
Prepping, okay.
Sorry.
So, okay. So sparks begin to fly between your fingers as you ready, obviously something rather unpleasant. Numal, it's your turn. Obviously, Ugnan's cleverly cast as you planned a decent set of obstructions, so you're hoping that this great mass of almost like a palisade which has appeared blocking off the rest of the mummies has given you a chance to just deal with the 2 in front of you. You've got your bow out, so you can shoot at close range either 2 or 5.
Yeah, so we had bookworm this time. That's 2. So with the short bow.
I'm afraid your arrow misses.
Okay.
So you
so
can stand your ground and ready. Okay, yep. Standing your ground. It's weird how strangely odd who's in 2 bits is always the fastest of these mummies. Something odd is going on.
For a paralyzed creature, he's doing well.
Oh, I know, it's amazing. Okay, so Shana is going to go for 2 again. Obviously, no holds barred, as she can now hurl it around the room. So it's another 10 points of damage to number 2. And she will roll her critical. Oof, not very much. Okay. That's her turn, and she'll stay where she is. Okay, can't do much. Cran, number 5, who is badly damaged. You can see one of his arms is almost completely detached. He's beginning to leak this horrible green-yellow pus from his arm socket, where his arm is attached, probably held on just by bandages, is flailing at you. So if you want to set your parry, which I think you've already done.
Yep, done that.
He then flails at you with one arm and misses comfortably. Okay, he will come round and battering.
Don't threaten me with a dead fish.
Okay, number 2 will attempt to hit Shana. And that's a miss. Ugnan, it's your turn.
I don't know what he's going to do. So he will start preparing purifications, so disease resistance.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
That's him. Oh, hang on, I'll just move slightly out of the way.
Yeah.
To there.
Pran, it's your turn.
Right, rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Massive roar and an overhead smash. Ah!
Oh, it worked.
Just fucking die!
I like it gets north.
Wow.
Yes. The angrier Krang gets, the more northern he gets. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
He used to be such a nice boy. He spoke so eloquently. Now he's turned Yorkshire.
You made me miss.
Right, creature almost disintegrates. The heck, I think it's always fun to roll our criticals. Cran, can you give me, not that he needs it, you batter the creature down. Can you give me a C critical, please? Just more for flavour than anything else.
Oh,
65.
damn it! Can I use my ambush skill to adjust that by?
No, not really. 66 would have been that, but the arm is already off. So as the creature collapses to the ground with his, actually probably his right arm detaching, as the bandage rips, the lower part of his jaw socket falls off as well, and one of his knees snaps and bends backwards. Again, there's a green-yellow ichor which sprays out, catching you, Cran. Can you give me a disease resistance roll, please?
Oh dear.
Okay, thank you.
Jerry.
It's got him in math.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
And I've swallowed it. It tastes like chicken.
it tastes like rook.
It tastes like roux.
So,
Okay, Cherry, it's your turn.
okay, so Jerry steps up to fill gap here. And
Cran will start gobbing out goblets of green phlegm and
Okay.
stuff.
looks up at Cran at his heroic roar and goes, "Wow." And gets a result worthy of it.
Weren't really concentrating, were you, on that one?
No, I was
No,
concentrating on being a cheeky
My
devil.
heart wasn't in that one. Okay. Initiative rolls, please. There's only one of the mummies on the other side of the wall standing, the one facing Shana. The other one is in bits on the ground.
Sorry
But
for the
again,
double.
you can see that it's twitching still as some of the flesh tries to knit together. So, Silk, it's your turn.
Silk finally flicks her wrist, and the little fiery embers grow a new wall about there. This one is 10 by 10 by 6 thick, so 3 on either side of the, and it's going to be an A heat critical, no R&R to anybody in that area, and it lasts 1 round per level.
Okay, and go straight to an A heat. Right, mummies are very, very. So any damage you do is doubled.
I like that. Here we go. Here's the crit.
Okay, hold on. Critical.
Come on, let's have it.
Heat.
Ooh, 37.
So a 37 on an A heat would be 6 hits. So I'm going to double that to 12 hits, which you'll do on number 5. How wide is that wall?
6 feet. So it takes up almost the whole square.
Okay, so that's also number 2 as well. Then that will take 12 points of damage.
Mind me bloody wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them
thank you,
hammer
Silk.
away now. Done.
Numal, your turn. How long?
Okay.
How long does that wall last?
8 rounds because I
Okay,
made.
so basically, if they manage to batter down the firewall, will go down at the same time.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
Numal.
Numal is what's the idea with these walls? Is that just to allow us to retreat and regroup, or is it just to give us a few rounds to recover and attack?
Crowd control. So basically,
Yeah.
trying to chop up piecemeal to get them in 2 at a time, because at the moment we're getting ravaged.
Yeah. Extra
Okay,
damage every round.
Okay, well, I'm going to target Weird Bookworm again with my short bow.
Yep.
These rolls are so bad.
No, I'm afraid your arrow flies wide as well. As close as you are, with the firewall raging behind the creature and your companions fighting in front of you, probably just enough to put off your aim, as you're
That's being
aware that you don't
charitable.
really want to hit
Thank
them.
you.
Okay, so
thank you.
number 5 is down. Huge Ego is battering away, don't they always? Number 1. Number 6. Ugnan, it's your turn.
Okay, it's level 1 spell, so it actually was 0 prep. Once he sees the spray go into Cran's mouth, he'll just mumble some arcane words, then hit him with a disease purification, just level 1 spell purifications.
Okay.
Otherwise known as a dental dam, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, just stops infection and the spread of disease in one target after they've acquired disease. Thus, no further damage will occur in unaffected areas of the body.
Yeah. Okay.
That's him.
That was a good job. Cran was indeed well, who would know Cran was diseased.
Didn't want to say.
Oh, I feel my groin itch is cleared up nicely. Thanks, mate.
Lay on hands. He's got to touch you to clear that.
Right, so creature number 2, who is still battering away at Shana. This time we'll try and grab hold of Shana and pull her into the firewall, I think. Oh, God, no. Missed. Okay, so that was a failed attack. Terry, your turn. You can. Creature number 2 is obviously aware of the firewall that's burning around him, burning him as well, and is just trying to pull Shana into the firewall with him. So these creatures are not dumb, thoughtless beasts. There is some
I'll
sort of
have your
malevolent
arms off,
intelligence.
chump.
Do it then. You've missed about 3 million arrows.
I'm not doing arrows. I'm using a two-handed sword. For some reason I'm rolling shit.
Damn, plan C, says the mummy. I didn't count. And your katana this time slashes across the creature's arm, doing some minor
hang
damage
on.
to it, but still
Hang
damage.
on.
Yes.
That should be plus 20 to that anyway. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Okay, so plus 20 would take that into the realms of a critical. So that's 10 points of damage, but not quite enough to do an A slash
Oh,
because the
okay.
criticals are reduced.
Yep.
But you certainly did more damage.
Yay!
Okay. Shana will try and strike the creature as well. And that does some damage, but not much. As the creature is twisted awkwardly to the side. Strangely odd is strangely odd still and not moving. Cran, it's your turn. The mummy that in front of you that you battered around is now burning and is no longer twitching. The bandages have obviously caught light, and the suppurating, festering flesh beneath the bandages is now beginning to singe, crisp, and burn, filling the room with a rather unpleasant, acrid smell. The only mummy standing on the other side of the wood wall is focused on Shana, so you can attack number 2.
Is he got flanking?
Yep, I'll give you flank because number 2 tried to grab Shana.
Okay, have at it. Take this, you fucker! Well, it worked well.
That was quite good again. So again, another huge blow that threatens to decapitate the creature. Creature is almost dropped to its knees. The creatures are resilient to your damage, but are beginning to be knocked to the ground. So D100, please. Cran C/critical.
Just want to confirm, does he like drop to his knees and then suffer the huge blow, or a huge blow and then drop to his knees?
I think he'll suffer the huge blow. I mean, I don't... he turns around. We've done this dance before, Cran, and he drops to his knees.
We have indeed. Right, I will roll critical. Ooh, it's getting slightly better, but not great.
53. So another 6 hits. And the creatures, as your axe catches him across the chest, across the upper body, chest, and jaw, half of his face is sheared off, and the jawbone detaches with a loud crack. The creature takes some more damage. Unfortunately, you can't stun the creature, but the blow is enough because of the way the bandages have ripped that it's going to be a penalty to attack you, as the bandages now fall across its eye.
You ugly fucker.
There you go. So, that would be initiative rolls, please, everybody.
Newell's done really badly.
She is going to just do the damage from the firewall, and she's going to let everybody take care of themselves now. She's going to retreat back up the stairs.
Okay. Do you want to give me your A?
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Oh!
It looked bad.
8 points of damage on number 2.
And she'll get up high, so she's got a little more.
Okay, that is almost enough. The creature is burning. One of its face is badly mangled with a jaw that's almost detached. The left-hand side ear has come away. So you can see inside what looks to be a skull that is almost full of cauliflower. There's a grey-greenish mass inside, which is just pulsing slightly. And yellow ichor is dripping down its left shoulder.
And you
Open. Your turn.
Okay, Uglin,
Um,
before
digging.
Numal disappears, looks down and goes, "Oh, sorry, lass, I didn't see that big bruise of yours." And he'll grab her leg, making your pardon, and pull the major craft bruise onto his own as he starts to welt out
Okay.
and take the 38 damage and the -10.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Oh,
That,
it's 02 is a fumble, isn't it? Or was it 04?
I think it's 02.
He's just about does it.
Okay, so Numal, I'm just taking off that penalty, so you're no longer at my fight.
Ugnan, why were you calling me lass? What are you saying?
Oh, sorry. I can't really tell you, elves.
I wanted to correct what you were saying, but it was funnier just to let this play out.
What aren't you saying? What aren't you
He's
saying?
just so pretty.
I'm not so keen about you.
Anyway.
I'm not so keen about you dancing in front of me anymore.
Okay, Shana will. So number 2 is almost collapsed, so she will try and finish it off, which she does. So the creature is probably knocked back to there, and it will collapse into the fire. So it twitches for a while and begins to burn, and then stops twitching. You can hear the creatures battering on the wood wall on the other side. The wall is flexing and shaking as they pound on it with their hand, but nothing seems to be coming through. Cran, the 2 mummies that got through the air wall that then got trapped in the firewall have stopped twitching and are burning merrily. So you can step back and leave them unless you want to step into the firewall. They're going to burn into ash if you just leave them.
I'm going to leave them. Oh, fucking hell, it reminds me, I haven't had any breakfast yet. And he just casts a glance over his shoulder, looking a bit anxious, and say, "Hey, Ugnan, have you got any of that tea left? The special stuff.
Hang on a
Feeling a
second.
bit weak."
As a look, he passes the pouch over. There's six bits left in it.
Fucking hell, we're running low.
Right,
I'll sniff a bit and then wipe the back of his hand on it and grab a couple.
Okay.
And consume them.
Yeah, you can. I'll let you eat a couple.
Is that 2D?
Yeah, 2d10.
2D10.
Just let us know how many and I'll bring it down.
14. Okay.
14.
So that's 51. You're on.
Thank you.
Numal, you are now feeling fine. You are feeling positively Olympic. You've currently got your bow out you've been shooting at. The creatures on the other side of the are unable to get through at the moment. You think you've got probably another 5 minutes or so, if not a little bit longer, before they manage to batter their way through. The wood wall is flexing. You can see in one part one of the planks has splintered, but you've still got, you would estimate, 5 to 10 minutes before they get through.
Any arrow I shoot is just going to hit that the wood wall, isn't it? It's not.
That's right. It's going to probably stick in that wood wall. And remember, there's a wall of fire almost on top of it as well. So your arrow fletchings will probably catch. I'm assuming that Silk cleverly positioned the firewall so it didn't burn.
So I might actually switch to the katana, given the nature of many of the den particular environment.
Right, so Numa, you're switching weapon, holding your ground, I assume, readying yourself. Is it your intention, folks? Cherry, you're the last person in the order. So is it your intention to wait for the batter their way through the wall, or do you want to do something else?
Yeah, I'd like to try and triage if possible.
Okay. Cherry, then, what do you want to do? Cherry has got some bruises and some scrapes, but otherwise is okay, Ugnan. Cran is injured and healing slowly. Shana is uninjured. Cherry, what do you wish to do?
Say, let's get this organized so when they do come through, we all get a hack at. Like, Numal and I can hit at them from the back row, and you guys can do your thing in front.
Yeah.
And let's heal up.
Yeah, Cran, take some more swings to that
Ugnan, Cran.
Yeah, I probably should take. Are we out of initiative now, or?
No, I'm going to stick for initiative just the time being. Basically, time all of the healing that you want to do. I think. Okay, so Cherry, you've you want to move yourself, please, Cherry? You've obviously communicated what you want to do. If you now want to move yourself, please.
It's not much of a movement. I just sort of want Numal and myself being able to like squeeze in there, sort of thing.
Okay.
So
All right.
So we've got 4 on 2 anytime they come through.
Okay. So then we'll go through Silk, Numal, Ugnan, Shana.
Well, on the Ugnan's turn,
And
he'll
again.
want to
Yeah.
throw the Thurl pouch over to Cherry and
Okay.
say, take some swigs of that, and then the Rook pouch over to Cran and say, you need some swigs of that
Okay.
as well.
All right. So how much
Okay.
will Shana heal? Shana doesn't need anything. Throw
No,
pouch
Cherry.
to
Cherry and
Cherry. Okay.
And then to
So
Cran.
if Cherry and Cran,
What-
if you want to heal yourselves again with whatever medication you're given.
What's
Okay.
the heal rate for Thurl?
1d4. 13 of those, so take what you need. They've only got 2 weeks on it as well, so best use it up.
I'm not feeling the addiction from you not knowing that, actually.
Oh, fuck, that's amazing.
Oh no.
One.
Less effective when you're addicted.
There we go. Oh, that leaves
Okay,
me
so
with
that's
1 hit point there.
So 3
Okay.
Thurl, 3 Thurl, and 2 Rooks used, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
So that's the second round of your preparation, so to speak. So we're now going in third round. Dropped. So we'll go through Silk, Numal, Ugnan, Shana, the creatures again, Cran, and so we go down to Cherry again. So as you've reached the end there, and I'll delete that one, more of the wood is splintering and cracking.
Okay, I'm going to prep wood wall.
Right, the firewall is just beginning to flicker slightly as if it's been deprived of air. The flames have just changed colour slightly. Silk, you probably know that your spell has probably got a couple of rounds left, something like that, before it finally fades out of existence. Something like that. So 2 to 3 rounds left.
Okay.
I turn to Silk and say, "Oh, had you named it?"
My wall?
Okay, so Silk, Numal, Ugnan, Shana, the 3 creatures again, and then
They
Cherry.
always leave
So,
me.
Do you lot think you can take on 3?
yeah, where do you want to fight these 3? That would.
Yeah, I don't see a problem, to be honest.
Yeah.
If Shana and I probably couldn't get all 3 through anyway. If Shana and I close ranks in front of there, that will still be 2 on 2.
So to step in there, remember the creatures are strong, so they stand a chance. If they stun you, they will knock you back and get
Well, that's the firewall takes up 6 feet too, so you can't go into those squares.
If you recast that firewall, you won't be able to step in there. So that's
at least while it's there.
So if Newman and Cherry just step back 5 feet, and then Cran and Shana can just move straight across the entrance, like there, or 2.5 feet actually.
Okay, right. If you want to position yourselves, then please. Okay, so the wood wall goes down with a crack. The firewall also collapses, probably slightly beforehand. Did you want to have a firewall up ready, Silk, or do you want the creatures to engage?
Yeah, I'll get them to engage first, because otherwise they might run away from that firewall, and then it defeats the purpose.
Okay.
So
in which case, let's have initiative, please.
And that's where we'll leave this episode, just as they break through the wooden wall and come surging forward. So, thanks very much for listening. Just a word of warning that over the summer, especially July and a bit of August, a number of the players will be missing, so there will be some sessions or players or both. So there might be a gap in our regular release schedule where we normally aim to release the Rolemaster ones every 2 weeks and the Adventures in Middle-earth ones in the in-between weeks, so fortnightly for each of the 2 series. Again, thanks very much for listening. All the stuff you need is in the description, where you can catch us for podcasts, and where you can see our YouTube and all that other kind of bollocks. Right, thank you very much, and take care. Bye-bye.